Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Just Ask George, the program where we explore the universe of structured corporate financing. I'm David Wolf, as always here, and joined by George Lovato Jr. He's the president, founder, and head dude at BH Capital. The website, www.bhcapital.ltd.
I like that. You know, and it just rolls off your lips. www.bhcapitalltd.com. You just say it so smoothly.
I'm working on it, and we're here.
Look out Howard Stern. That's all I got to say.
Well, I mean, thank you, and I appreciate all the kudos I can get. Of course, we're here. Enough about me. We're here to talk about structured financing for the mid-sized business, the small business. This is a segment that I wanted to do with you, George, today because I'm out in the field. I'm an affiliate banker with BH Capital. I get a lot of deal flow, a lot of calls from prospects, people wanting to raise money, but not having anywhere near an appreciation for the difference between a brokered transaction, I'm just going to try to find some money and plop it on my balance sheet, as opposed to really a comprehensive structured approach, and the costs associated with creating capital. So let's dig in wherever you like. I know this is a subject very dear to your heart, but I'm experiencing it with inbound calls, and people need to understand that they need help with this. They need professionals to help them form the capital for their project.
Well, there's sort of an origin to the subject matter, and this being the special segment of the grab bag. Normally, you just throw a subject at me, and then you try to stump me and see how many times I'll stutter before I come back. But in this case, we're sort of digging a little bit deeper into something that you're facing, as all people in the structured finance industry face. The origin is that, for decades and decades, there, in any business, there are bad guys out there, and there's brokers of everything from potatoes to cars to loans to. And so typically what a broker does is he just tries to collect as many of those inbound calls as he can. And, you send him a check for $500, $750, $1,500, and just to cover his costs. And then he goes and throws that mud on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shops the deal.
He's not banking the deal. He's not underwriting the deal. He's not even analyzing the deal. His entire life is surrounded by the odds of increasing the numbers of deals he throws on the wall. As a result, the vast majority of people that hire that broker have a bad experience, because what they didn't realize was that they aren't at the top of his list. He's just playing numbers. That's all he's doing. Now, banking a transaction is entirely different. Okay, that is a process where you're taking the business principle through the process of capital formation. The problem that most business principals have is understanding the cost of capital. Now, it sort of happens after the fact, or maybe their accountant spends some time talking with them after they close their first loan with a bank. And they said, wow, I had to pay my lawyer $5,000 to read the documents and send me the interpretive letter that's telling me where the risks are. Okay. His time to negotiate with the bank on maybe changing 2, 3, 4 paragraphs or covenants or whatever the case may be. My accountant's time to prepare the financial statements, a market value statement, footnote, adding more footnotes that are more explanatory, providing letters of explanations on tax returns. They wanted to pay him, the accountant, maybe $2,500 to $5,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Then if it was involving real estate or equipment, there was a cost of an appraisal. Then, another dimension is trying to explain the business of the business. Maybe you had to pay somebody to come in and prepare your business plan for you. Maybe there were costs associated with a business valuation.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe there was a need necessity study. Maybe there was a feasibility study.
We've talked about this.
Okay, and that's sort of the new benchmark now, is most every transaction, whether it's financing equipment, an asset-based line, or equipment, or real estate, there's going to be a need necessity or a feasibility study that's going to have to be incorporated in addition to the appraisal.
Yeah.
So, all right, add all of those costs together, and that is part and parcel of the cost of capital. And when the principal that wants to learn, that's easy for him to sit and understand and extrapolate why he has to do that.
Yeah.
because the market is different. You have to you don't just fit into a bank's product box anymore. Now you're having to go to a secondary market out there, a market that has evolved of specialized lending, semi-regulated lenders, equipment lenders, asset-based lenders, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
And they all have their individual requirements. So it's not like the old bank package anymore. But the cost of capital is all those things associated, inclusive of hiring us to take you to act as your personal banker, your private banker, and take you through the process.
You're really a shepherd, you're an educator, and you also coordinate members of the team that they may not have either internal or at their disposal, right?
Correct. We're going to shorten that process down by 75%, and we're going to teach the principal as we go along. This is a skill that we're teaching him that he takes away with him.
Yes.
Okay.
The other thing about takeaway is that, and I didn't know this until recently when you told me, this is a capitalized expenditure for.
I just love saying this.
I mean, when you pay for the formation of capital, just to clarify, it's not something it's not an expense on your P&L. It is capitalized on your balance sheet.
Under GAAP, you are allowed to capitalize those expenses, and as a result, the fees that you pay me,
right,
I'm an asset.
So now
not,
he's
an expense.
Exactly. Look at the balance. Visualize the balance sheet, folks. You've got all your assets, and in there you've got Capital Formation BH Capital Limited. Right.
I'm an asset.
There it is.
And
sitting on the balance sheet.
And listen, to prove that point, my bank clients have taken what they pay me and it has been capitalized, whether it was a monthly retainer or whether it was a one-time retainer. Those monies were capitalized and fully accepted by the most scrutinous body of guys in the world, bank regulators.
So it strengthens your balance sheet.
So it strengthens your balance sheet. It's money that doesn't go away. It sticks. It's very sticky. Now,
that's so cool.
Here's my last comment about the cost of capital.
Okay.
And this is something that we all have to sort of file and remember.
Okay.
Is that the process, the marketplace is more challenging than it ever has been. The process has changed, i.e. some of those requirements like feasibilities and need and necessity studies, market value, financial statements, valuations, those sort of things. Those are part and parcel of requirements now. But in the desire to find new money for your business, whether it's a loan to buy new equipment, expand your plant, whether it's equity that you're selling a percentage of your company, that cost of capital and the process are intertwined. Once you learn it and once you understand it, once you're able to apply it, it's something you take away and you'll be able to utilize again and again and again. The money that, and I always put it this way to a business principal, the money you're paying to put this transaction together so that you can expand your plant by another 100,000 square feet isn't going away, but it's also tuition because you're learning what this new corporate finance, structured finance environment is causing you to do in order to form capital.
Absolutely. It's not just it's not only about capitalizing on your balance sheet as a line item, but it's also about the residual effect of now knowing how to do this for yourself. So it's an investment on a couple different levels there.
Right.
Always the educator. George Lovato Jr., you can visit us at bhcapitalltd.com for more information. And there's quite a plethora of blogging that you do around cost of capital, capital formation.
$2 for that word.
Well, you
just laid that right in.
This is a subject that, I mean, if there's anything, and you said it earlier in this segment, that's so misunderstood. Hey, I need to raise, $5 million. How about a success fee?
Let me interject.
It ain't going to happen.
Don't let the broker throw the mud on the wall for you.
Yeah,
that's the takeaway from here.
All right.
Don't let the broker throw the mud on the
Business
wall.
owners,
it's a waste of money. Even if it's $500, it's $500 not well spent.
And it could take.
He's playing odds on you with 50, 60, 70, 100 other deals.
Right.
All right.
There's searching for the investor.
It's very low touch, where the banking process that we take you through, whether we decide to lend or invest directly or participate with other institutions, it's very high touch.
Excellent.
And you're going to walk away with, like you say, multi-level assets, something on your balance sheet, and you pay tuition to go to school.
It's just reality. Pay the tuition. Do it the right way, folks. BH Capital Limited. That's bhcapitalltd.com for more info. And we are David Wolf and George Lovato Jr.
Right on.
We'll see you next time
Bye-bye.
on The Grab Bag.